Hi all, I'm doing this review sort of alone. Saw it with my wife, but first solo video that I've ever done, apart from doing, two videos. First one I've done sort of solo. Obviously Shane's still around, but he's obviously not here. And if you couldn't tell, I'm a Pink Ranger, the pink. And this is, I'm going to glance over here because I got some notes. Not too great at this stuff, but anyway. Okay, this is the review for Mean Girls 2023. Love the original film, with Lindsay Lohan. It's the 2004 film. Seen it many, many times over the years. Really enjoyable film. And this film is based, so a lot of people went in with certain expectations. This film is based on the musical. So the original film, the 2004 film, is based on a book which was basically a parent's guide on how to deal with girls in high school, at that age, and how to deal with certain issues. The book is not, from my understanding, is not a fiction. Like, it's not this person said to this person, blah blah blah. From what my understanding, it's more of a how-to guide. So Tina Fey, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the idea. Tina Fey wrote a screenplay and used different elements and made a story out of it, and that's Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan. And this film, the 2023 film, is a musical based on the original 2004 film. So it's not a remake, where a lot of people think it's a musical remake. I, for one, was one of these people, so I had to reassess the entire film because I was under the impression that it was a musical remake of, the 2004 film. There is a lot of diversity in this film as opposed to the original film. Everyone is the same. Anyway, skip over that a little bit because I can't really talk about that bit. But anyway, it was a musical, obviously, which I've mentioned. It's an interesting idea. I love the original film still. Oh, and I should tell you, there's loads of spoilers in this thing, so I apologise. Big spoilers. So the original film, I preferred the original. I've watched that many, many times over the years, like I've already mentioned. Spoiler, no jingle rock. Big disappointment, because I loved that version in the original film. Where the stereo system or the jukebox gets booted and music goes kaput. I would say this film is more based for, I guess, a Gen Z landscape as opposed to a millennial. I hate using these words and phrases, but so the burn book wasn't a big aspect of this film as opposed to the original, because everyone's texting. In the original film, it was crucial to the identity of the plastics, whereas it's not really even, it's sort of like a side note, as phones were mainly used to sort of communicate and all that sort of thing, so the running joke in the film is the Caddy or Katie character. I get this mixed up. So Caddy in the original 2004 film, it's now Katie in the remake, but there's several in-jokes from the original film. The new Katie, for me, has a bland personality. The original, she's more, I don't know if you would say sassy, but she has certain ideas. There's a bit more innocence. There's sort of like, she's aware of certain things, but as she's been in a different place, she hasn't been in America for a long time, like she's lived her life elsewhere. Am I recording? Okay, I am recording. So, the original Caddy she has sass, I guess you could say sass, innocence, I can't think of the right words, but you know what I'm trying to get at. There was something about her, maybe it's an aspect of Lindsay Lohan, that her acting brings a bit of life to it. Nothing bad against the new one, but it's a very bland personality with the new Katie. The old Aaron Samuels, so the heartthrob, the hunk of the film. I felt he failed in the new one. In the original, he felt like a heartthrob, like he was the hunk, like everyone, or everyone either wanted to be him or to be with him. In the new one, he sort of feels more what you would expect, sort of a guy that everyone wants to be with or to be, sort of thing, because he's sort of kind. He's not sort of a jerk, so much. Like, obviously, cheating is not good. But in the original, he is a bit of a jerk, a douchebag sort of thing. I guess he's more believable in the new one. And maybe my idea of heartthrob, hunk, is different to what other people think. And yeah, I just prefer the chemistry with Aaron Samuels in the original with Caddy. I guess the romance, the chemistry works better there, in my opinion, but, and in the new one, I didn't feel there was really any chemistry there. It just felt like they were just put together, and, Damien character, in the original, obviously I love him in the original, but in the new one, he's more fleshed out, and he has what you call, the American term, he has more sass, and especially he has way more sass than Regina, in my opinion, and he was my favourite character in the film, whereas in the original, Caddy's more my favourite character, but in this one it's more Damien. Regina in the original seems bad and sort of sinister. In the new one, she seems more redeemable, whereas in the original, she obviously, spoiler, she redeems herself in the end, but with this one, it seems like she's more redeemable. She hasn't really gone to that really bad, sinister is probably not the right word, but that really bad level, which can be potentially hard to come back from. And Rachel McAdams, apologies for my speaking, I am pretty tired. Rachel McAdams, Regina, is pretty hard to top. But Renee, Rap was able to do her own twist, and she could, really sing. Like, she actually did the Broadway, I think it's Broadway, she did the musical anyway for a couple of years, and she really can sing. The thing that I don't feel that was captured in this new one very well was the fashion sense. Now, I don't know much about fashion. I don't really follow any fashion trends, never have, and probably never will. It's not my thing. But the plastics in the school, other girls wanted to be them and look like them, and all the boys wanted to be with them. In the original film, they were dressed in a way that I would actually believe the plastics were. Their parents were wealthy, and you could actually believe that not everyone could be at their level because of the wealth, but also the fashion. They knew, like, we are the best of the best, and nobody can touch us, sort of thing. The new one, they were wearing everyday casual clothing. I didn't really feel that it didn't really feel like they were plastics. Like, it just felt like, oh, it just turned up in everyday clothing. Whereas in the original, it felt more believable. Like, these are the people on, the Victoria's Secret or catwalks, that sort of thing. And I did not believe I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something like, we wear pink on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. In the original film, I feel that wouldn't have been a thing. It would have just been, we always wear pink if we feel like it. But none of that other casual, we would never wear casual stuff, because that's just, the trousers / pants that Regina wears later on in the film because she has trouble fitting in anything else. They generally would. Well, the whole thing was, you can't sit with us because you're wearing basically casual clothing. It's way too casual for us. In the new one, I just don't believe that they would have worn that sort of stuff, because that's just everyday wear sort of thing. And just to add, there are several appearances of people from the original film that are in the new film. So there's some surprises there. But judging this as don't judge this as a remake or a remake in musical form. This is a musical version or remake of the original film. So it's done in the film is made in such a way where it's using the stage production, the musical version of the original film. So the original film came out, then they did a musical for it. Tina Fey wrote a musical version of it to be done on stage, and then from the stage they took that story. I don't know if it's exact, but they took the story and put it on screen. That's essentially what it is. Hopefully I would recommend this film. Go and check it out. I still prefer the original film, but check out, obviously, if you haven't seen either, I would check out the original first, then the musical remake. But go and check it out, and hopefully there weren't too many ums and ahs in there, but I'm giving it a go, and I'll catch you later. And I'm the Pink Ranger. Addition, maybe I have done some videos where I've done it solo, but I sort of forgot about them, and it's been a while. I also haven't uploaded every single one. You're not happy with, you do recordings, and you're not always happy with everything you do, but I'm very sort of happy with this video, and hope you like it. Bye.